Trump has consistently denied wrongdoing in connection with Epstein, and in a statement, the White House called the allegations against him false and sensationalist, while failing to clarify why the documents weren't released. Now, this week, Epstein fallout is leading to even more resignations. Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary and Harvard president, resigning from his remaining teaching roles at the university, and celebrity doctor Peter Attia is resigning from his new contributor role at CBS. Also, Bill Gates apologized this week to his foundation staffers for his ties to Epstein, while he also insisted that he had no involvement in Epstein's crimes. Now, these missing interview files, Jason, why, even if they are unsubstantiated or untrue, why would they not be released?
Well, there's three reasons why they can't be released potentially. It's tied to an ongoing investigation. I mean, the actual law on what was supposed to be released is clear on what can and cannot be released. It's also possible that there was a mistake that was made. And we've talked about this in the past. Like, we expect that there's going to be mistakes when you're rushing to get millions of documents out there. I do ultimately think they have to explain it a little bit more detail to the extent that they can, unless it's tied to an active investigation. And I don't think it's in their interest to actually say that. And if that turns out to be the case, and I'm hearing some reporting that's kind of pivoting to that we don't, it seems really bad, maybe on optics if you frame it that way, but also there are legitimate reasons why you might not release particular documents.
You did name two reasons. I mean, I think certainly an ongoing investigation would be a legitimate reason, but it would also be extremely newsworthy if there were an ongoing investigation involving the President of the United States.
Didn't say whether or not the President.
Well, the allegation pertains to the President. So Attorney General announced that there was no more to see here, right? No more to see here. Todd Lynch has said there are no evidence. So we know it couldn't possibly be that.
But isn't it amazing that the documents that disappeared just happen to have something to do with the President of the United States? The President who, when he was candidate, Trump said that releasing the Epstein files was his priority. Look, I investigated crimes against children, including sexual assault. I take this very, very seriously. Like concealing the names of the victims, doing everything that you're supposed to do to conceal their names. Isn't it interesting that victims' names and identifying information have been released, but anything to do with the president has not only been concealed, but it's now gone on. Except for the one document.
One of the things that I said, it could be a legitimate mistake. If it was a legitimate mistake, they can correct it. They can quickly release those files. And tomorrow and the next day, we're going to see the Clintons testifying in front of the Oversight Committee about this. Hillary Clinton, I don't know what her association with Epstein was. I don't think she ever met the man. Bill Clinton, certainly, I think there is legitimate reason for him to be testifying. I like them both. I am very happy that they are testifying. I think they owe it to the American people. I think Donald Trump owes it to the American people as well. And I think that if they're going to haul the Clinton asses in to testify, then they should haul Trump as well. Because he knew Epstein incredibly well for over a decade. They were best friends.
They had 4 years to do that. They chose not to because they didn't
Yeah,
find
well, you
any
know what?
specific
Shame
evidence
on
that
Mary
tied
Garland.
them.
Shame on Mary Garland. I think Mary Garland didn't act. I think
Why didn't he act?
because he was afraid of his own shadow, because he was afraid of his own reputation and of being seen as too political.
Okay,
That,
but
you know, I mean, we saw.
so everyone else,
This is the guy that
everyone else
Joe
who went after
Biden's
Donald
son.
Trump,
This is the guy who appointed a
but
special
just Mary
counsel.
Garland didn't.
Mary Garland was too worried
Is
about
it
his own
possible?
reputation.
Is it
He
possible
should have acted.
that he didn't act because there wasn't
By
actually
the way, you know
crime
what?
that was committed by Donald Trump? Is that possible?
Let me ask you a question. Is it also
It's not possible. So you say that Donald Trump committed a crime.
No, I'm not saying that Donald Trump
So,
committed
but
a
I'm
crime.
asking you, is it possible that they actually did look at the documentation? The Biden administration, which obviously had reason to go after Donald Trump, they didn't find anything, and that's the reason why they were
And they didn't release it. Why did they release it? Because Merrick Garland made a mistake, and he too should ask
you
the
didn't say
question.
it's possible that he didn't.
also
I don't know that he committed a crime or not.
to release derogatory information about other Democrats like Bill Clinton, for example, or, you know, I mean, Hillary Clinton is testifying. Donald Trump wants nothing more than to put her in jail. I mean, if they're, by your logic, why are we hearing from Bill and Hillary Clinton tomorrow if they're, you know, if there were derogatory things in the file, they would have been released by now?
And that's a fair point. I'm sort of an Occam's razor person. I think generally the simplest explanation is the correct one, and I don't think that there's any conspiracy theory there. Obviously, there's been some pretty embarrassing things that have come out about Bill Clinton, Peter Attia. But I think there's been such an emphasis on trying to find something damning about Donald Trump. And if you remember, the DOJ didn't whitewash things. In the first tranche of emails, there were crazy allegations about him raping a 13-year-old. Not true. The DOJ wasn't trying to protect him. That's all kinds of allegations out there.
That allegation you're talking, that's this one, right? This is the woman who called the FBI hotline and reported that she had been a victim of Epstein on July 10th, 2019, several days after his arrest. FBI agents interviewed her for 2 weeks. And at one point in the interview, the woman showed agents a well-known photo of Trump and Epstein together that a friend had sent her. Her attorney said that she was concerned about implicating additional individuals, and specifically any that were well-known due to fear of retaliation. She had alleged that she was abused beginning at the age of 13. So I guess my point is the documents that we are looking for are ones involving this woman, and emails are emails, but these are FBI interviews.
My understanding is this is all new, right? This hasn't been reported. In January, there were allegations against him in the documents against Trump. The DOJ wasn't trying to cover anything up. I'm not saying they're doing a great job.
So what's your simplest explanation?
I think that if there was any sort of damning smoking gun, I think that we would have charges against any high-profile person. We know that prosecutors love to have high-profile cases that make their career. There's been a Democrat in office. They weren't able to find anything. There's a Republican in office. They haven't been able to find anything. And I think the reality is because maybe there just isn't anything there.
We don't have most guys. Hold on. We don't have most of the files. I went into the room. Okay, there are files that were submitted into the DOJ system completely redacted. Okay, like 50% of these files we don't even have. They were submitted into the system. Yeah, and they were submitted into the DOJ system.
I feel like I've heard Rokanna and others.
6 million. They think there's 6 million. They think there's 6 million total documents, and there's 3 million in the system.
So about half of
Right,
them
50%.
are
We don't. 50%. We don't even have.
These women have been failed by 4 previous administrations, and they're continuing to be failed by this administration today.
But what happened between candidate Trump saying, we're going to release the Epstein documents? We're going to release them. The American public wants to see them. We're going to release them. And President Trump having to have legislation forcing the release, and we still have not gotten all of the documents.
Actually, I think there's a simple explanation on that.
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
Yeah, because I think what's happened is that people have taken misreported and misinformation, put out information that supposedly is in these documents that show that Donald Trump committed all of these crimes and taking things out of context. They clearly don't have the context. A lot of the information that has been put out has been used to smear him unnecessarily and unlawfully in some cases, I believe. And he wanted to avoid it. I think that's really what it's about.
He's actually hiding.
No, I think he's choosing to. I think he was slow walking this out there because he realized what the left. No, he was not slow. There was not slow. Hold on. He brought, of course it is. So, he brought Lauren Boebert into the Situation Room with the cabinet and the attorney general and threatened her that he would primary her if she didn't get. I don't think he wanted to eliminate. He brought her into the situation. He didn't want to be unnecessarily smeared by bad faith Democrats.
What about the remember what Marjorie Taylor Greene said? Trump told her, I don't want this released because a lot of my friends are going to get hurt.
That's my point.
And we are seeing that happen.
It's bigger than Donald Trump, though. It's not just about him.
You're only talking about
They're a co-conspirator.
No, but I'm not talking about
It is not just about Donald Trump. It is about a host of other people. However, Donald Trump is the only person in a position to prevent derogatory information about him from being released. And so that becomes extremely relevant in this situation. None of the other men have the ability to do that. He's the only one. So that's the reason why we are talking about him, the President of the United States. Now, that president, he has Iran within his sight.